Time to know the news of the week. I'm Ria Fernandez. This is the MB Rundown. The country's new set of leaders has finally been proclaimed, know their advocacies and the measures that they will be pushing in the 18th Congress. Hannah Tabios reports.
Neophytes, re-electionists, and returning politicians made up the winners in the May 13 midterm polls. First-time Senator Bongo, who landed in the third spot, wants to push for a department for overseas Filipino workers. Another newbie, Senator Bato de la Rosa, the implementer of the Duterte administration's war on drugs, has reiterated that he will work for the reimposition of death penalty and run after drug traffickers in the country once the 18th Congress begins. Senator Amy Marcos, the second child of the late dictator Ferdinand Marcos to become senator, eyes legislations for poverty alleviation, while Senator Francis Tolentino will focus more on disaster-related legislations and draft amendments to the local government code and existing environmental laws. Other senators who secured Senate seats are Cynthia Villar, Grace Poe, Pia Cayetano, Sonny Angara, Lito Lapid, Coco Pimentel, Bong Revilla, and Nancy Binay. COMELEC also proclaimed on Wednesday the winning party list groups, the Anti-Crime and Terrorism Through Community Involvement and Support or ACT-CIS, backed by broadcasters Erwin and Rafi Tulfo, ranked first and will have 3 representatives in the Congress. Meanwhile, 6 earned 2 seats, while members of the Makabayan bloc such as Gabriela, ACT Teachers, and Kabataan party lists are among 43 groups to have been given 1 seat. A total of 61 seats will be filled by party list groups in the 18th Congress. This is Hannah Tabios for the MB Rundown.
Vice President Leni Robredo has rejected the resignations of the opposition party's 2 officials following Ocho Derecho's defeat in the 2019 midterm polls. Liberal Party spokesperson Barry Gutierrez said the VP did not accept the resignations of LP President Senator Francis Pangilinan and Secretary General Quezon City 6th District Representative Kit Belmonte. Though no further details disclosed, Pangilinan and Belmonte both took responsibility in the opposition tickets lost during Monday's election. Pangilinan, who served as the campaign manager of Ocho Derecho, said that he held himself accountable for the defeat, hence tendering his resignation effective June 30. Bam Aquino was the closest opposition bet to land on the Magic 12, however, he ranked 14th on the final official result released by the National Board of Canvassers. A 21-year-old Ilocana will be leading the 263 members of the Mabalasik class of 2019 of the Philippine Military Academy or PMA this Sunday. Dion Umalia from Alilem town of Ilocos Sur will get the Presidential Saver and 12 other awards. In an interview, Umalia says she offers her success to God. She says her mother, Janisha, a retired school teacher and single parent, has been her inspiration in becoming a soldier. She believes that being on top does not depend on gender, but on how one strives for excellence and performs. Umalia is the 5th female cadet to top PMA. Aside from her, 4 more females are also in the top 10. 131 of the graduates will go to Army, 59 to Air Force, and 53, including Umalia, to Navy. A tech expert allays fears of Filipinos who are using Huawei smartphones amid Google's move to cut services on the Chinese tech giant after being banned by the U.S. government. Art Samaniego Jr., tech news editor of Manila Bulletin, says existing Huawei users in the Philippines will not be affected with the recent action of the Trump administration. He believes that the policy will affect business more than security. Last week, the U.S. included Huawei to a trade blacklist as it allegedly engaged in activities that are contrary to U.S. national security or foreign policy interest. As a result, Google announced its plan to restrict its updates on Huawei. The ban has also affected companies supplying parts to the Chinese firm. Considering the impact, the U.S. Commerce Department deferred on Monday the policy implementation and gave Huawei 90 days to ensure continued operations of existing networks and support existing mobile services. Beautiful beaches in the Philippines become more attractive in photos taking using Huawei smartphones. Here's a sneak peek of Earth Plus Lens event in Esmason this week.
Indeed, the Philippines is blessed with beautiful beaches perfect for all seasons. And in partnership with the Department of Tourism and Huawei Technologies Philippines, the Manila Bulletin Publishing Corporation makes the country's attractive waters more alluring and presenting them in its 3-year-old Earth Plus Lens photo exhibit at Esmason in Pasay City. For this year, the Earth Plus Lens showcases stunning photographs of Philippine beaches from various individuals captured using Huawei smartphones. It aims to promote the country's tourism, not just to boost the local economy, but to create awareness on how sustainable tourism retains the beauty of the Philippine Islands.
Our theme for this year is sustainable tourism, and we would like to thank the Department of Tourism for giving us guidance on the big picture of Philippine tourism. And that big picture tells us that all Filipinos must work together to preserve, protect, and propagate the natural beauty of our islands. Because this is part of our cultural heritage, this is part of our history, it's part of our present, and it's also a part of our future.
Earth Plus Lens photo exhibit will run until May 27, Monday. This is Hannah Tabius for the MB Rundown.
Meanwhile, these are the other top news of the week.
Upset President Rodrigo Duterte has ordered to ship back the 69 containers of trash to Canada immediately. Presidential spokesperson Salvador Panelos said Mr. Duterte instructed agencies to look for a private shipping company that will transport the tons of trash back to the North American country, even at the expense of the Philippine government. This after Canada failed to meet the May 15 deadline. The Pantawid Pamilyang Pilipino program, or 4Ps, is now a law. The newly signed Republic Act No. 11310 will be implemented by the Department of Social Welfare and Development. Poor households will receive conditional cash transfer from the government in a maximum of 7 years. Former Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales was denied of entry in Hong Kong, a special administrative region in China, for being considered as a security threat. She flew to Hong Kong for a supposed family vacation with her children and grandchildren on Tuesday evening. The Chinese immigration authorities held her at an airport. The anti-corruption head said this could be Beijing's retaliation after she and former DFA Secretary Albert Del Rosario sued China before the ICC for alleged crimes against humanity in relation to the West Philippine Sea dispute.
Let's take a quick recap of the MB Rundown for today, May 24. Commission on Elections proclaims winning senators and party lists. Vice President Leni Robredo rejects the resignation of Senator Francis Pangilinan and Quezon City 6th District Representative Kit Belmonte as Liberal Party officials. A 21-year-old Ilocana tops the PMA graduating class of 2019. Filipino Huawei users have nothing to worry over the U.S. blacklisting of the Chinese tech giant, according to an expert. And beautiful beaches in the Philippines become more attractive in photos using Huawei smartphones. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Ria Fernandez.